Hands up if you have ever got stuck thinking about what to post on social media. I am sure that all of us listening, including myself recording this podcast, have definitely been there. We all get stuck sometimes knowing what to post or what to say. You really want people to know who you are, what you do, what you're all about, as well as obviously keeping them up to date with the products that you're releasing, the art that you're working on, and all the information that they need to know about where to find you, how to buy from you, all of that good stuff. But what do you post? What should go on Instagram today? What should you be posting on Twitter? Ugh! The options are endless. But today I am here to give you a list of 50 content ideas that you can use to introduce and establish your brand on social media. Hello and welcome to Brand Your Passion, the show that helps you turn the thing you love the most into something that people know and love you for. I'm your host, Holly Arnett, the brand coach for creatives, and I'm on a mission to make the world a more creative place, one brand at a time. If you're ready to get more eyes on your work, more dollars in your pocket, and more creativity in your life, you're in the right place. Welcome. Let's brand your passion. Okay, so when you are creating for social media, these content ideas that I'm going to be sharing with you today can be used in so many different ways. You can use these when you first start your business to establish your brand and let people know who you are and what you're all about. You can use them periodically throughout your business, every 3, 6, or 12 months, depending on maybe how many new followers you've had in the last wee while, to reintroduce yourself, to tell the new people who are following you all about who you are and what you do, or to just refresh everybody on what they need to know. You can also use these content ideas as pinned posts on your Instagram page or your Twitter feed. You could use them in your highlights on Instagram or as an Instagram guide that introduces everybody to your brand that you can share whenever you need to. Okay, so I've broken these content ideas down into different sections so that you can dip into each section and make sure that you're kind of covering all of your bases. But the first section is all about your purpose. So if you want to create some content that explains your purpose, why you're here, what you're all about, then these are the ideas for you. Firstly, you can talk about your why. Why do you run your business? Why did you start your business? All of that. What is the reason that you create every day? Then you can talk about your vision. This is your ideal future for yourself or your industry or your community or the world if you are a world-changing individual. And then when it comes to your story, you could create a post about your first memory of being creative, if and where you studied and what that was like, how you learnt your current craft. You could create a post about why you started your business. You could talk about how your business started. You can share a post about lessons that you've learnt along the way of running your business. And then also the story behind your business name. Section number 2 is all about your philosophy. So this is your beliefs and values and how you run your business. So first of all, you can talk about your mission. So create a post that explains what your mission is, what it means to you, what that looks like, what you're doing to achieve that mission. And your mission is the thing that you do every single day on a day-to-day basis that helps you to achieve your overall vision. Next, you could create a post or multiple different posts about your brand values. What is important to you? What rules do you have in place for how you run your business, how you make decisions, and what goes into your brand? You can also talk about your unique approach. So what's different about how you do things or what you believe or what you bring to what you do. Then you can also create a post about your beliefs or a certain belief that you have that feeds into the work that you do or the content that you create or any part of your business. You can create a post about your beliefs. And the next section is all about your personality. This is all about you, getting people to know who you are, getting them to connect with your amazing, incredible personality, and just to connect with you as a human. So obviously, first of all, you can create a post about you. So an introduction, share your bio, and just tell them a little bit about you, where you live, all of that stuff. Just let people know who you are. Then you could share a post about your studio space. You could share a post about the favorite piece of art that you own. You could create a post about your favorite tool to create with or set of tools. Then you could create something about where you find inspiration, maybe your favorite ways to get in the zone when you're creating. Some fun facts about you, that's always a good one. So you could even do like a 2 truths, 1 lie situation where they try and figure out what is true and what's a lie. That can be pretty fun. You can also share some of your favorites. So your favorite artists, your favorite people to follow, your favorite quote. These are all great ideas for posts that will tell people a little bit more about you. Then in the opposite sense, you can also talk about the people that you want to work with or that are your ideal customers and clients. So you can create that post like, these are my ideal customers. Then you can also create a post about dream commissions. Maybe you are dreaming about doing some fan fiction artwork, or you really want to paint people and their pets. Talk about your dream commissions. Before we jump into the next, I want to tell you about Pinpoint Your People, the creative's guide to identifying and engaging with your ideal audience. If you want to know exactly who your ideal audience is, you're ready to get your work in front of the perfect people, and you need a strategy to get them engaged in your work, then you need to check out Pinpoint Your People. It's going to help you uncover and understand your people so that you can become unstoppable when it comes to attracting your dream people, capturing their attention, and growing your business. If you want to check it out, you can hit the link in the show notes, or you can head to shop.makerandmoxie.com/pinpoint your people. Can't wait to see how you get on. Let's get back to the episode. The next section is all about positioning. So this is about positioning you as an expert, as a really great artist, showing off your best work and your best features. So let's talk about positioning. You could create a post featuring your previous work, obviously. You can share places you've been featured in the past. If you've been on a podcast or interviewed in a magazine or on the radio, you can create a post all about that. You can talk about what brands you've worked with in the past if you've done collaborations. You could create a post about what makes you different from other artists or other illustrators or other people in your industry. You can talk about your brand promise. So this is something that your brand always promises. For example, the highest quality t-shirts you'll ever buy, or the most detailed illustrations ever, whatever your brand promises. And then you can also share posts that has testimonials or reviews of your products. It's a really great way to position yourself as an amazing artist. Then in the next section, let's talk about presentation. This is all about your visual identity, how you show off, show up, what your brand looks like, and all of that fun stuff. So obviously you can share a post with your logo, just show it off in all of its glory. You can also share a post of the evolution of your logo. If you've been in business for a while and you started with a different logo, it can be fun to see the progression of that. You could share your brand mood board. You could share a post about your color palette. You could share a post sharing your brand patterns. You can create content that shows off your packaging. You can show off your market setup, and then you could also show off your signage. And then last but not least, obviously we want to talk about your work. So here are a bunch of ideas of how to create content or share all the amazing work that you do. You could share a piece of content about your favorite piece that you've ever made. You could show your first piece versus your latest piece. You could share your style inspiration mood board. So maybe you have a Pinterest or something like that with ideas that inspire you or other artworks that inspire your style. You can create a post about what products and services you might offer, share a post about how people can buy from you. So if you say, this year, these are the ways that you can buy from me. You can join my Patreon, you can buy my products, you can go onto this print website and buy prints. These are the ways that you can buy from me. You can share content about the events that you'll be at. You could share a post about your current obsession or current obsessions. That could be to do with the way you make your art or the subject matter of your art or whatever. You can share content about your process. You could share your highest selling product. You could share a content piece about your most underappreciated product, the product that you love the most, but you don't think that enough people love or fall in love with. And maybe a post about the unassuming product that sells super well. Maybe you made something that you didn't expect to do super well, but now it's like one of the best selling products. So that is over 50 content ideas for you to use to establish and introduce your brand. Like I said again at the beginning, you can use these whenever you need to. You can use them to introduce your new business, to refresh everybody on what you're all about, just to sprinkle in amongst your other content to fill in some gaps, or just when you're stuck, you can use them whenever you want. I hope that they've been really helpful, maybe sparked some other ideas for content that you can create, and I cannot wait to see these in action. So if you try any of these ideas or this list has been really helpful, please let me know. Comment on Instagram, DM me, tweet me, email me, just tell me in any way that works for you how this list has helped you and how you're putting it into action. Cannot wait to see you showing off your work and your brand and your incredible personality, and I will see you in next week's episode. Bye! Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Brand Your Passion and choosing to spend time with me learning all about branding, business, and all things creativity. You can find more episodes just like this one at makerandmoxie.com/podcast. If you like this one, you can tap that subscribe or follow button so that you're notified about each and every new episode. And if you've got a spare second, please leave a review on iTunes or wherever it is that you're listening to this podcast, because I would absolutely 100% love to hear from you. If there were some helpful goodies in this episode for you, it would mean the world to me as well if you could screenshot that podcast player right now, hop on over to Instagram or Twitter and tag us at Maker and Moxie. By subscribing, reviewing, and sharing, you're helping reach more creators just like you, so that together we can make the world a more creative place, one brand at a time. We can't achieve this mission without you, so your support means the absolute world. I will talk to you in the next episode, but until then, keep creating.